welcome everyone in this true live development video about building an auto battle game. In this video we're going to continue trying to make it so we can interact with our, we can over our units while we're in combat mode. And in the previous, in the two videos ago I think, or 3 videos ago, we were trying to make it so we can detect the overlap with the units, and we weren't managing to do so. But now it appears that we can, and I don't think we modified anything regarding that logic. So if we open up our units, or even better our combat units, when we are static we don't do anything regarding the collision, and it's always activated. So I think we just want, and we were adding in our in-player controller, we added that print which says which triggers when we put our cursor over a combat unit. So if we hit play, I just want to make the outline a bit bigger, and I don't want do I want green? We'll just try blue for now, and we'll make that like way bigger. It's gonna be ugly, but we don't care. So yeah, the first unit we're overlapping with is not responding to our click events, but it doesn't matter. So when we hit plus, it detects the overlap. We have the print string telling us that. So what do we want to do here? How do we tell the unit to be focused? We tell it this way. So I guess we'll say focus unit here. We'll just we have to unfocus the square anyway. It's not, this is not correct, but for now I think we need, no, I think we need to do something like focus units and unfocus units, and to use that even for both of our, yep, for both. We'll use this function for both combat unit and regular units, so that it triggers both logic, whereas even if we are at base camp or looking at the battlefield. So if we have a focus unit of a unit in the square, we're going to focus it, and in here we'll say get unit in square, and in focus unit we'll set this. For now we'll just set this, and unfocus unit we'll check if we have a focus unit. Oh yeah, we can't do this. Okay, so we'll just say this is the unit we're focusing. And I guess some of the logic where we're using get unit in square or stuff like that, we actually means get focus unit. But it doesn't matter for now. We'll just build a quick function, get focused unit, which is going to return the newly created variable. This is going to be pure, and this is going to be a return value, just in case we need to modify this real quick. So when we say unfocused unit, what do we want to do? We want to check if we actually have a unit focused, and I think we want to say set focused to false, like this. Yep, I think that's what we want to do. And we just want to check if we set the focus of units elsewhere here. set focused. When we stop move, if we're not focusing a square, we want to unfocus our unit, that's correct. And when we unfocus a square, we want to unfocus unit. Indeed. If there was a unit there, we're going to unfocus it. And when we focus a unit, we're calling this, and when we unfocus a unit, we're calling this as well. So that's fine. This should be the same way it did before. So that's good. But in here, we actually want to focus units only if it isn't our currently focused unit. Like this. If we're overing a combat unit, and if not, we're going to unfocus square. So yeah, but we need to be unfocusing them now. So if they're not the same, so in any case, if the cast fails, we're going to unfocus the unit. If we have a unit focused, so if they are different, so we have a bunch of stuff here going on which are not correct. We can delete that. Do we have a reference to the game state here? No, we don't, because we could be asking like, are we in combat phase? If so, just ignore everything related to the square, and we're just going to pull this to avoid having too many wires. So if we are overing a combat unit, if we're not, we're just going to unfocus unit and square. Yeah, because in here we're calling unfocus square, and whereas we shouldn't be caring about this. We just need to know if we are in combat phase or not. But it will work for now, I guess. So if they are different, we're going to focus them, and we're going to unfocus the previous unit if we add one. If they're not different, we're not going to do anything, and if the cast fails, we're going to unfocus unit. Like this. It only works when we focus another unit. We should be able to click them as well in combat mode to showcase a tooltip or some kind. So it should be working. If we're not hitting, so we're grabbing our first hit. Oh yeah, that might be because we're not finding anything with this, so we're not even going there. maybe this way. No, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking more like this was the issue here. Oh, it's not even that. So what is it then? So we're checking for focus. I think we find it. We got there. Oh, are we storing that unit? When we focus the unit, yeah, we're storing this. So, yeah, find focus square, my bad. So in here, we're finding the axis to something, to the square, I guess. So yeah, that's the issue here. We're actually, yeah, in here, we should be seeing unfocused units. Like this. Yep. Oh, it doesn't work anymore. Why doesn't it? I guess that's because we're not clearing. Oh, and that guy is a bit in the ground, isn't it? It doesn't matter. I think I know why. That's because we don't clear the focus units in here. Yeah. When we unfocus units, we have to say that focus unit is cleared like this. Yep. So this is working fine. Oh yeah, I want to bring up the outline once more, and just to make it like we want green, and we want like 1.5. I think it does. We can say point. Or maybe 2. Sorry if I'm bothering you with this. Yeah, I'm fine with this. Okay, so if we're hitting there, we're there. We're pretty happy about this. So we want to make it so we can click them. So how can we do this? In our in-player controller, which I just closed. In here we have an event being received when we click. Are we moving a unit? No, we are not. We have no focus square. But I think so. Basically, when do we want to have information about a unit? So when I'm in combat, if I over, maybe when I over a unit, it's going to showcase a template of the unit here. I mean a tooltip of the unit. And if I click it and move my mouse away, it's gonna. And when I move my mouse away, by default, it's gonna hide the portrait, the information, the unit stat. But if I click the units and move my mouse away, the portrait is gonna stay until I click somewhere else, anywhere, or on another unit. So I think that's gonna be it. So we're just gonna create some stuff real quick in our in-game HUD. In our folder, we're going to create a new widget blueprint, which is going to be widget unit stats. We're going to open that up. Unit stats, yeah, unit stats. We're going to delete that pesky canvas panel, and we're going to add a size box, which is going to be like, we'll see, 40 by 40 for now. And we'll just add an overlay and the text there. The text is just gonna tell what is the unit name for now. Text unit name, like this. By default, it's gonna say default unit. And we're gonna have a new function called set displayed units, which is gonna grab unit as parameter, and this is gonna return in units. We're gonna promote that to a variable, current displayed units, and we're gonna have a new function, update text, which is gonna say set text of our unit name. We're gonna grab our units. We're gonna grab units row, unit data row, I think, because we don't want the row name. We want the name of the unit, like this. We're gonna add unconnected pins, and in there we want to update texts, like this. We want to hide the event graph, and in the in-game HUD we want to be adding this unit stats. This is actually going to be WGT focused units tooltip, and in our in-game HUD we're going to remove this and put the new one there, just to avoid any bug there might have been originated from having an oldly named widget. Psst, psst, psst. Cat, get out of there. Psst. Excuse me. So we're going to move this a bit. Yep, we want to be sized to its content. So no, we want that at the top right and a bit down, like this, I think. And we want that a little bit smaller, like that. If we go back there, yeah, we can see. So we have this now. We're going to move that a little bit more. And I guess we can hide in our in-game HUD. Oh no, we are creating the debug, not in our player controller, but create fight zone debugger here. For now we're just gonna I don't like to be creating it like this. So is it handling by himself? Yeah, it's all being handled by itself. So we're gonna remove that logic, create fight zone debugger here, and we'll just add the debugger here. Fight zone debugger, this is going to take the whole screen. Z order, we're gonna say -1. And if we're hitting play, we're still having, oh, it doesn't behave the same way. That's kinda, it's real strange, actually. But it doesn't matter, it's even better. And we'll just say that for now the fight zone debugger is not visible. We'll say it's collapsed, like this. And our focused unit tooltip, oh yeah, that's why I changed the padding, the slot of the focused unit tooltip instead of the fight zone debugger. But it doesn't matter. So our focused unit tooltip, we want that here, we said, like this exactly. And if we are hitting play, we have a default units there. And we actually want this to be automatically update when we focus on a new unit. So in our in-player controller, we're going to build a new dispatcher called dispatch on units focused, and we're going to go to focus units. And I think we're just gonna clean up a bit. So this is gonna be unit focus. Create fight zone debugger. We want to get rid of this. And reverse unit position, we want to put that in move. Start moving, stop moving. Update move unit location. Yeah, so we want that in move. Get moving unit, get focus units, get unit in square, this is gonna be square. Yeah, this is all going to be square like this. Focus unit, we're going to be calling our newly created event, and this is going to have a parameter which is going to be a BP unit, obviously. New focus, we need to refresh that node like this. And in the event graph, when we unfocus a unit, we're going to be calling this as well. And our focus unit tooltip is going to have a reference to our controller, cast to in player controller, and is going to bind himself to the new focused. We're going to assign directly, assign to unit focused. And when a new unit is focused, we want to set displayed unit here like this. And yeah, it's going to throw here errors here, because in here we're saying that we're checking for the name of the unit, but if we're setting this to null, it's going to throw error. So we want to be doing like, is this valid? Yep, we want to do this, else we want to clear this text, and we don't want to check if this is valid, we want to check if this is valid, the unit, not the text. So it's gonna say default unit, and when I, yeah, and it's gonna say archer, yeah, it's gonna clear when I go elsewhere. And if we go to combat phase, it's gonna work as well. Oh, it's saying archer. So that's clearly a bug. Oh yeah, no, that's not a bug. That's my fault. If we open up our data, we have an archer, we have a footman, we have a grunt, a mage, a warrior, a wolf rider, a ranger, and a knight. So if we are going back there, we actually have a grunt, an archer, etc. So we'll just make it so it's a little bit better here. We're gonna add yeah, text in an horizontal box with a third text like this. This is gonna be the dots, this is gonna be max current else and max else. We're gonna put this in a vertical box, and the text is gonna be at the top, and this is gonna be below. This is gonna fit to all, and the horizontal box is gonna be in the middle, and the unit name is going to be like bold italic. It's gonna have some kind of padding, maybe a little bit more on the top like this. Maybe it's going to be like 28 with a little shadow, and maybe even an outline. No, I'm kidding. And actually we're gonna add a progress bar as well within an overlay. So in the vertical box we are having an overlay with this. Inside, the progress bar is going to be like this. And actually I think we have a widget that already fits what we need to do. Units, widget, else bar. Yeah, this is all being handled in here in the component. And I'm wondering why. Can't we be doing this? No, we can't, okay, because yeah, actually we can. So we'll go back to the else bar here. We're gonna build a new function called initialize. and it's gonna take a unit as parameter, a regular no, a combat unit in units like this, and we're going to copy that logic over to the else bar, and we're going to promote this into a variable, and yeah, this is gonna be like hosted units, and we're gonna check if we already have one. If we have one, we're going to unbind ourselves to their dispatcher, unbind. What event do we want to unbind? This one, set current else, and then we want to ignore that, and we want to do the same thing. We want to do this, and how were we updating this max cells? We were getting the max cells of our hosted unit in here. Oh, it's throwing an error. Yeah, we want to bind ourselves to the newly hosted unit like this. And we don't want to unbind ourselves to this, we want to unbind ourselves from the hosted unit. So did we had a hosted unit? Yeah, we did. So this is gonna work like a charm, and we don't want to do this. We want to we want to keep the owner. We want to initialize, and we want to be casting this into a unit. Yeah, it's gonna ask for a combat unit, of course. Like this. So I think this should not change anything regarding how it behaves. Yeah, we still have the else bar, except we're going to be able to use that widget and put this in our in-game HUD here. Instead of using that progress bar, we can put an else bar here in the overlay, which is gonna use. Okay, my cats are going into a real fight. Everything is fine, so we're gonna put the else bar here, and when we set the displayed unit, we're gonna grab our else bar and we're going to say initialize. What units do we want to display? That one? Oh yeah, we can. Oh, that one? Yeah, it needs. So this needs a combat unit. So do we always want? No, we don't want to display a combat unit. But do only combat units have else? I think current else, max else. Yeah, they don't have. I think we can cheat this by doing like get unit else. This is gonna return a float, pure. Return value, this is gonna return how much else we have here. Like this, we're gonna hide this. Compile. We want to go to our else bar. And in here we don't want to grab max else. We want to say get else, get unit else. Like this. And in here, yeah, we are binding ourselves to the else update, so I think we might be needing to. Yeah, but if we do this, we won't have the max else being displayed here. So I guess I guess this is gonna ask for a BP unit. It's just gonna ask for a unit like this, and this is only going to be the hosted unit is going to be a unit as well. Yeah, we want to change. Oh no, we don't want to do this. Control W or Control Z. Yeah, we can't be doing this, so we'll just say casts into a combat unit in here, and we'll plug that here. We want to hit compile, no errors. If this is not a combat unit, we just want to set max health like this. So this is gonna fill, this is just gonna fill the bar, so that's what we want to do. So yeah, we don't need any more, we don't need to, yeah, we can cast to a combat unit, that works. But when we focus here, we just want to plug this and hit compile. So they all have in units is throwing errors at us. Which one? We are saying initialize without sending a units there. Yeah, we want to change the name of this. Initialize else bar. We want to hit compile, find reference everywhere. So apparently we're throwing errors somewhere. So I don't think that's the place. Set displayed units. Yeah. If we remove our cursor from a unit, it's gonna say this. So if we're having, so actually we're not gonna handle this way. We're gonna say set displayed units. If the unit is valid, we're gonna update it, and if not, we're just gonna hide it. This is gonna be collapsed, and this is gonna be visible. Actually, we're even gonna say first we're going to modify its values, and then we're going to show it. We don't want it to interfere with our cursor. So yeah, this is working. This is working, but we don't see the text being changed. So maybe we want to be adding the text here because this already received the event. But for now, we're just gonna get rid of the text, I think, because it's going to be tedious to rebind it, and we shouldn't be doing this like that. And we want that to be in a size box. It's gonna have an height override like this. So we're getting closer. So we can, yeah, we can do this, that's fine. Okay, and when we are in the combat phase, oh, we can, okay, that's coming from there. Okay, we'll have to update a bit of our logic regarding overing the units, because I'm not sure what parts of them we can over. And we want to be able to click them, and it keeps the unit entry, the unit tooltip. So that's good on that side, and I think we can just check something regarding the combat units in our set unit state. If we replug our logic which enables and disables the collision, is it still working? So it shouldn't change a thing regarding these units. and if we're going there, yeah, it's still working, more or less. So what do we want to do now? We just want to say that in our in-player controller, when we click, if we don't have any focused unit in the square, but if we have a focused unit, we want to be locking. I guess that means, I think that means we want to lock that unit's focus. So we'll just say we'll just say lock unit focus like this. And we're going to unlock unit focus if we don't have a focused unit. Oh yeah, but it's gonna beg. We're gonna be locked forever with that unit focus. But if we don't have a valid square, yeah, we're gonna check if we have a focused unit, and if we have one, we're going to lock unit focus indeed. But we're gonna check if we already have that locked unit focus status. So if we don't have it, we're gonna get it, and if we have it, we're gonna unmake it. Unlock unit focus like this, hitting compile. So when we lock unit focus, we want to set this is gonna be true. For now, we just want to set this, and when we unlock the unit focus, we want to say, so this is false, but do we have a focused unit? The problem here is that we'll be able to we'll see how it behaves. So if we have a focus unit, we're going to unfocus it like this. And when we unfocus unit, we want to check if we have locked unit focus. And if we don't, we're going to go ahead and unfocus the unit. So how is this behaving here? They shouldn't interfere too much in here. So I think we're happy about this. Except it doesn't unfocus the units here when we're doing this, whereas it should. But I think it doesn't come from what we just did. So in there, if I click the grunt, I'm going to focus it, and if I unclick, it's going to unfocus. Yeah, but I need to be able to retrieve. So yeah, so we can focus the grunt, but I think it should highlight that unit as well, but keeps the grunt here, and if I click here, it should take the focus over the Wolf Rider. Oh yeah. Yeah, so it's bugging when we're doing this, because we can't unfocus, but we're checking if we can take the focus. So how should we be doing this? So when we are looking for a focus square, so this is really wrongly built, as you can properly see. as I think you might be seeing, we're really not building this the clever way. It's kinda all over the place for now. We might be updating this in the future, or if we keep having errors we can't seem to be able to fix. So when we have a new unit to focus, in here we're saying set focused, and yeah, I'm just gonna try something real quick. Yeah, sorry. So if I have two of them and then we hit play, I focus that guy, yeah, okay. So I think we need some kind of way to know what unit is under our cursor all the time, even if it's not the hovered unit. So when we are actually finding the focus square, if we're hovering over a combat unit, we're going to store that into a variable, hovered unit. In any case, oh yeah. This is not. This is really not. We want to be doing this. So I guess okay, I think we are having a hard time focusing them because of the way we are focusing right now with the in-player controller. So we'll just say that we'll make a quick fix that says when we try to focus a new unit, we're gonna unlock lock unit focus. And I think it's gonna fix our issue here. So I get a focus on that guy, I lose the focus when I click away. And when I force the focus and go there, focus is no longer locked. But I think we need to unfocus here. So we need to check if we had locked unit focus. We're just gonna unlock unit focus first and then set focus. Like this. So we have the unit focused, we go there, we don't have the unit focus anymore. But now we can move on and fix some of the logic regarding the focus management here, which is awful. But I think we'll be doing this in the next video because this one is already quite long. So I hope you guys enjoyed that video and hope to see you in the next one. Bye bye!